Hey there, I'm Luke. In this episode of Quick Special Education Tips for Parents, we will be discussing something all parents have dealt with: behaviors. Behavior issues seem to go hand in hand with almost any special need, or quite frankly, within almost any child, period. We've all been there. Oftentimes there are triggers or situations that spark meltdowns. Sometimes it just happens. For my son, one of his triggers is cleaning up toys. That's right. He has no problem ripping apart the house and turning it into a battleground of Legos versus Pokemon action figures. But cleaning up the toy tornado? Well, that's not part of playing now, is it? I asked our team of experts what secret strategies they use to quickly end meltdowns or even prevent them from happening. Here's what they said. Behavior tip number 1 is behavior redirection. The objective of redirection is to help your child learn to observe and modify their behavior. This will help them realize which behaviors are acceptable and which are not. Learning this skill will help them recognize why their behavior is problematic. Speaking of problematic, it's important to explain bad behaviors firmly. Do this in a non-threatening tone. Keep in mind, quiet reminders often work better than reprimanding tone. When redirecting behavior, speak in a way your child understands. Here's an example. For a 5-year-old, you would not say, "The precise behavior you exhibited will result in a consequence of restricted SpongeBob movies." That probably wouldn't work. Instead, try explaining like this. "When you act like that, honey, you're not being safe. Next time you do that type of behavior, you won't be able to watch SpongeBob for one full day." Lastly, steer clear of condemning your child in a personal matter. Don't call them a baby if they're not, etc. This is something that many parents do in the heat of the moment, but often it will make the behavior worse or make your child feel worse about themselves. Behavior tip number 2, reiterate and consistency. You most likely will need to reiterate tip number 1 many times. This is because for most children, it takes a while for any new strategy to work. You also need to understand that consistency, or lack of, will directly determine the results. Quite frankly, this applies to anything you teach or coach your child on. The reality is, anything you've done over and over again that isn't working will not magically take hold. All children are different, and each will require a different approach for behaviors or anything else in life. For me, the toy cleaning up fiasco was finally resolved, but it took a half a dozen different approaches and months of trial and error to figure out what worked for my son. Here's the bottom line. You are not alone. What have you found to work best for your child? Please let me know in the comments. Oh, and one more thing. Oftentimes, behavior issues stem from academic struggle. Frustration sets in because your child feels lost at school. Behaviors begin and continue to increase until the root cause, academics, are rectified. With this, we can help. For more information, check out the description. Best part, you can get started for free. From all of us at specialedresource.com, thank you for watching this episode of Special Education Tips for Parents. Catch you on the next video.